The Neon Demon 2016 film made by Nicolas Winding Refn, starring Elle Fanning. It tells the story of a young girl named Jessie that comes to Los Angeles to pursue a modeling career. She's very innocent and one might even say naive, but she does also have that quality of natural beauty that stands out immediately from the rest of the crowd, from the other classically pretty models, and especially those ones that have had plastic surgery done. So Jessie starts quickly moving up on the career ladder, and at the same time begins a quasi-friendship with Ruby, a makeup artist that works in the industry. And that's pretty much the gist of the plot, but if I were to explain what to actually expect from the movie, I'd put it like this. It is a very stylish, neon-lighted art house film that examines the idea of physical beauty and how that beauty affects people. It shows us how Jessie's life moves as a result of her appearances, having such an effect on others around her. But it also displays those often very polarizing effects. Men tend to be smitten by Jessie, with some of them visibly just wanting to take advantage of the girl, whereas in women she generally provokes jealousy and vitriol. The other models can't stand the fact that they don't have what she does. And that's all shown in a rather slow and deliberate way, as the movie gives even more focus to the visual side of things than the story itself. It's an incredibly good example of style over substance, and I think depending on your preferences, that may either be an advantage or a flaw. Personally, I liked it, but that's also because I generally enjoy the specific style that it inhabits, namely the high contrast neon aesthetic with very fitting electronic music. In particular, the first 20 minutes or so are just hypnotic and they ooze this unique feel. I've read that the director is actually colorblind, and so for him personally, those high contrast images are the only way of even perceiving something resembling a color palette. I've also learned that the movie is pretty accurate in terms of its depiction of the modeling industry. One of the characters is played by an actual supermodel, and she consulted with the director on various elements of the film. I do want to say that I didn't particularly like the ending. I think that the film would have been better if the last 15 minutes of it were cut, because there is a point earlier in the film on which there would be it would be a fitting final scene. And yeah, I sort of understand why we have those additional 15 minutes, why they exist, because the directors did still have something else to say. But still, I think it would have been fine to cut it earlier. Otherwise, I think it's a decent movie. It's definitely provocative and bold, and it's definitely not for everybody. But if you can appreciate it for how it tells the story, rather than the story itself, I think you're gonna like it.